Hi everyone, welcome to the Piano Keys. I'm so glad that you're here. This is a tutorial for my easy piano version of La Vie En Rose. Sorry for my French accent. To see the performance video, click on the link in this video. If you want to get the sheet music for this, the link for it is below. I'm not doing a tutorial for the intermediate version. It's too long, I think, at this point. I may at some time in the future. This is the easy version. Some of you have gotten the sheet music and have asked me, well, how come there's no tempo marking? The music just says freely. It's because you can play it however you want. You can play it slow or fast or kind of, go to different tempos like I do in my performance. And depending on how you're feeling that moment, you'll interpret it your own way. Something else that you've asked me is, what is a swing feel? So when we talk about a swing feel, we're talking about the eighth notes, how you're playing eighth notes. So regularly, eighth notes are played evenly like this. Okay? In a swing feel, which you might recognize from like the blues or from jazz, they're played unevenly. The first eighth note is longer and the second eighth note is shorter, like this. Do you hear that? Long, short, long, short. So that's what we mean by a swing feel. And if you listen to the performance, you'll understand much better than explaining it. In this tutorial, I show you in small sections so that you can practice small sections, which is really the best way to do it. It might seem like it's like really long, but it's the shortcut way of learning. So I'll show you one hand first, then the other, then both hands together, and then I even tell you where I'm pedaling. These are my pedaling and my fingering suggestions. You don't have to do any of them, but I know a lot of you like to know what I'm doing with pedal. That seems to be like a mysterious thing. So I try to lay it out for you here. Okay, remember to find me on social media, the Piano Keys TPK on Instagram, the Piano Keys on Facebook, and my website is thepianokeys.com, where I have a bunch of free sheet music and then I write some stuff. So if you are ready to learn the easy piano version of La Vie En Rose, keep watching. Fifth finger on D below middle C and first finger on C. The next four chords I'm going to show you are rolled up, so we play them like an arpeggio. So it's going to be the bottom note first and then the top note, like that. For the next one, you keep the fifth finger where it is, move the thumb down one note to B. Then you keep the thumb where it is and move the fifth finger down one note to C. And then pick up everybody, fifth finger on A, first on G. So that's it for the rolling, for the arpeggios. The next chords are going to be played as solid chords, block chords. So, fifth finger on D, first on A. Pick up, move both fingers, fifth on F, first on C. Pick up, third on A, first on D. Fourth finger on G, and then go down an octave, fifth finger on G. I'm not going to count this because it's very, very free. You can see on the, by the way, free means like you play it however you feel it. So you can see on the performance video how I did it. I wouldn't play it the same way every time. So it's just a suggestion. Play it however you like. Okay? There's not any sort of recommended tempo for this. Whatever you want to do is fine. So I'm going to play that one more time so you can see how it all fits together. Right hand, we're going to be rolling up from the bottom, playing an arpeggio pattern. First finger on F, second on A, fifth on D. Then play the D again. step down, fourth finger on C. Now you play those same 3 notes, but the second finger, instead of playing A, is going to play A flat. Like that. Then repeat what you just did. Okay, so we did the same thing twice. The only difference between them being the first time the second finger is on A, the white key, and then the second time second finger is on A flat, the black key. So I'll play those and then we'll move on. Okay, now we've got 4 notes: E, first finger, G, second finger, B, third finger, and D, fifth finger. Okay, pick up your 5th finger, move it to C. Then you're going to step down, B, A, G, pick up. We're going to play another arpeggio. First finger on C sharp, second on E, 5th on A. Play that E by itself, second finger. Now, first on middle C, third on F. First on E, third on A. First on F, fourth on C. And then again, we're going to roll it up. First on F, second on A flat, third on B, 5th on E. Pick up, fourth finger on D. Play that a few times. I'm going to play it once for you with no talking so you can see it really, really slow. So we start rolling the chord up from the very bottom. Left hand's going to go first. Okay, I'm showing you really, really slowly now. Pick up and roll the next chord. Pick up, roll the next chord. Left hand holds. Pick up left hand and move it down, rolling up again. Now together. Rolling up again from the left hand to the right. Left, right. Now I'll do it with a pedaling. And I'll show you where I'm changing pedal. You do not have to follow my pedaling, nor my fingering either. Do whatever works for you. Alright, so pedal goes down with the first chord. Hold it. Now, as soon as you play the first note of the next chord, change. Same thing here. Play the first note, which is the C, the 5th finger in the left hand, and change. 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 Left hand was on low G, 5th finger. Move it up to C. This is the C below middle, C. Then second on G, first on B. Remember this because we're going to keep coming back to these 2 notes, okay? So now 5th finger moves down to G, and then back to your G and B. And repeat that. C, G and B, G, G and B. Do the C again. G and B. Now, pick up your thumb, move it all the way down to the low G, 4th finger on D sharp, 5th on D, pick up and move, 2nd on F, 1st on A, 3rd on D, 1st on G. and then back to our low G, 5th finger. Let's do that together. Here we go. Repeat that. Repeat just the first part of that, and then we change. Right hand, 4th finger was on D, pick up, 5th finger goes to C, and then you step it down until 2nd finger on G. 1st finger on E, 5th on C. Then 4th on B, pick up, 5th finger on A, 4th on G, 2nd on E. 1st on middle C, 5th on B, 4th on A, pick up, 5th finger on G, 3rd on E, 1st on B, then pick up that 1st finger, move it up 1 note to C, 5th finger on B, 4th on A, middle C, 1st finger, now 3 notes, 1st on B, right below middle C, 4th on F, 5th on G. Now we're going to do a little pretty, like a run. 2nd finger on C sharp, thumb goes slightly under to D, 2nd finger on F, 3rd on A. I'll play that slowly. Hands start together, then left, right, together, right, left, right, together, left, right, together, right, left, right, together, left, right, now together, right, together, right, together, and then right hand goes. Pedal, you had it down from before. You're going to change it right when you play the first beat. Change. 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 Change here. Change. 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 Left hand, 5th finger was on G. We're going to go down to D. Then jump all the way up. 1st finger on middle C, 2nd on A. Back down to G, 5th finger. And then back to what you just played, A and C. Back to your G, 5th finger. Now, jump up, play 1st finger on B, just below middle C, 3rd finger on F. 5th finger on D, and then back to the F and B. 5th finger all the way down to low D, jump up, 1st finger on C, 2nd on A. Now, 5th finger on G, 1st on F. Pick up, 5th finger on B, 1st on A flat. And now, 1st finger moves down to G, and 4th finger on C. Pick up, first finger on B flat, second on G, fifth finger on C sharp. And now we're going to roll up again. So 2 notes, but you play them one at a time. Fourth finger on D, first on A. And then fifth finger on G, first on F. Play that without talking. So right hand was doing that little arpeggio up, so we ended on A with our third finger. Now, fifth finger on D, so it's like the continuation of that figure that you started. So think of it as just one motion. Okay? So there's your D, fifth finger. Pick up, first on F, fourth on C. Now we're going to have 2 grace notes. Grace notes are just decoration notes. Third finger on B, fourth on C. Those are going to be the grace notes. And then we'll come back to third finger on B. It looks like this. So these are the grace notes. And then we come back to B. Second finger on A, first on F, fifth on C, fourth on B, pick up, first on D, fifth on A, then step it down, G, F, first on D, fifth on B, fourth on A, pick up, second on F, now fifth on G, that sets you up for what's coming next, fourth finger on F, second on C sharp, first on D, fifth on B. Now you're going to play 2 notes, E and A, 1 and 4. Here we have another little pretty figure, that thing. Which you can do whatever rhythm you want. You can do, or whatever you want to do. It's very free, like play it however you want. But I'll show you the notes. First finger on E, fourth on F, third on E, second on D sharp, third on E. Okay, now we're going to roll up, first finger on C, fifth on G, pick up, first finger on G sharp, second on B, fifth on E. I'll play that without talking. Remember that when we do the grace notes, they're very, very light and casual. You don't want to dig in your fingers. So like that, okay? So here it is from the beginning of section 3. Hands start together. Now just the right. And the grace notes come before the beat. So B, C are the grace notes, and then on the next beat, the hands play together. I'll show you that again. Together, right, together, right, together, right, together, right, together, right, together, right, together. Now, depending on how you're going to do the next rhythm. I'm just going to show it to you straight. You can figure out what you like to do after you learn it. So we start at the same time, both hands, and then the right hand goes on. Okay? Now we're going to roll up from the bottom. Left hand goes first. And then together. You're holding the pedal from before. You're going to change it as soon as you play the first beat. Change. 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 And change. 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 So you change when the left hand plays, and then change. Left hand was on G and F, 5 and 1. Pick up that fifth finger, put it on the C below middle C. This is going to look really familiar because it looks a lot like section 2. So it's C, G and B. G, G and B. C, G and B. G, G and B. Looks familiar, right? Same thing, C, G and B. Now here's where it changes. Third finger goes down to low G. Fourth finger on F sharp. Then fifth finger on F natural. Now, this is where this thing comes in, which looks a lot harder than it is. It's actually quite easy once you get the hang of it. And this is why you need to do your technique exercises, people, because this is what prepares your hand to know what to do, your hands to know what to do. So you played your low F, pick up, get your hand in place. So it's like you're going to outline all 4 notes before you play them. You don't want to go in order. Get your hand in place. So fifth finger on D, third on F, second on A, first on C. Get that right there. Then you play one at a time going up. Then you pick up and you're going to go over the right hand eventually. Second finger goes to high G. This is still the left hand. So let me just show you this part, hands together, it'll make a little more sense. That's left, right, left hand's going over, and we're using the second finger because it's like I'm pointing at the note, at the G. It's much easier than using first finger. Look at what happens to my hand when I use first finger. It has to make this weird shape. But if I do second finger, I can just go right over there, point at that note, and get out of there. Okay? So let me play that without talking. Notice when I'm lifting and going over, I don't pick up my fingers. I let them hang like that. So it's like a crane picking up a package and moving it and setting it down. You always want to keep as much relaxation as you can at any given time. Like that. So it's like you're continuing the motion, boom, up there. Right hand was on G sharp, B, and E. Pick up, fifth finger goes to C. This is exactly like section 2. You know this. Now it changes. Pick up your first finger, move it to B flat, second finger on C. And then fifth finger goes to high C. Then you can play 3 notes. E, A, C. 1, 3, 5. You're almost in place for that arpeggio going up. See how your fifth finger is on C and third finger is on A? Keep them there. First finger moves to D, second to F. Like that. one at a time. Okay? Like that. I'll play it without talking. Okay, here comes the fun part. We're going to put the hands together. And remember, this is just like the second section, which you already know. Together, right, together, right, together. Here we go. Left, right, left hand flies over and points at that G. Pedal was being held from before. Like always, you're going to change it on beat 1. Change, 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 change. Now, hold that pedal. Okay? Left hand was up here somewhere. You're going to go back down to where it belongs. 5th finger on low F. Then jump up, 1st finger on middle C, 2nd finger on A. Back down to your F. Come back to middle C, 1st finger, 2nd finger goes to A flat. Then down to E, 5th finger. Come back to your middle C, 1st finger with the 3rd finger on G. Down to low C, 5th finger. Jump back up. 1st finger is on D above middle C. 2nd finger on B flat. 5th finger on E. Okay, then you repeat the beginning of this section. F, A and C. F, A flat and C. Now it's different. 5th finger on low D. Come back, 1st finger on middle C, 3rd on F sharp, 5th on D. And then 5th finger down to G, jump back up, 1st finger on D, 2nd on B, 5th on F. Okay, let me show you that without talking. Right hand was over here on C. Pick up, 4th finger on D, repeat it, and then 3rd on C. 2 times D, 4th finger. Now, 2nd finger on C, we're preparing for another set of grace notes, like that. So 3, 4, 3, D, E, D. Play that D again with your 4th finger. 3rd finger on C, 1st on G. Then 5th finger up an octave, G. 4th finger on D, repeat it, 3rd on C, 2 times D. Now step it down, C, B, and then step it back up. C, D, play the D again, 3rd finger on C. Now 3 notes. F, B, E, 1, 2, 5. For the next one, keep your thumb on F, 2nd finger on A flat, 5th finger on D. I'll play that without talking. Here we go. together, then right, left, right, together, right, left, right. Notice that the left hand has to lift and move, so give yourself plenty of time. Now the grace notes come first, then together, right, left, right, together, together, right, left, right, together, right, left, now right, together, right, left, right, together, together. Pedal was being held, and once again, you're going to change it on beat 1. Change, change, change. Notice we're changing after the grace note. Grace notes. Change. Elvis is barking. I don't know if you can hear that. Elvis, we got it! Okay, together. All right, let me try it. Let me start again. So, here we are, beginning of section 5. So you're going to change, 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 change. Left hand is exactly, or it starts exactly the same as section 2 and section 4. So you already know this, you've done it twice before. C, G, and B. G, G, and B. Repeat that. Now, 5th finger to D, 1st finger to middle C, and 2nd finger on A. Now we're going to do a little arpeggio going up. 5th finger on G, 2nd on D, 1st on F. Now you're going to roll over. 2nd finger goes to A. So the thumb can roll onto its nail. It's fine. You don't have to, do like this, a weird, tight motion. Just let it roll naturally, okay? So 2nd finger goes to A. I'll show you that. G, D, F, roll over A, okay? Then 5th finger moves down to low C. Jump back up. 1st finger on the D above middle C, 2nd on B, and 5th on E. Then pick up. 1st finger on E, this is above middle C, 2nd finger on middle C, and 4th finger on A. And then low C, I use my 3rd finger because it's easy. It's a long finger, and it's easy to find a note that's far away, and just kind of point at it and land on it. If you want to use 5, you can. For me, 3 is easier, more reliable, but it's entirely up to you. Right hand again is just like section 2 and section 4. So we start on C. Now, 4th finger on G. Pick up, you're going to play 3 notes. 1st finger on B, 2nd on D, 5th on A. Pick up, play the B by itself. 2nd finger on E. Now pick up, move 5th finger to E above the one you just played. This is the continuation of what the left hand does. Okay, so you have plenty of time. This is the ending, you can slow down. Now we're going to play 4 notes. G, B, D, G. 1, 2, 3, 5. If this is too big for your hand, if it doesn't feel good for whatever reason, leave out the bottom G and just do B, D, and G using 1, 2, 5. So you could do like that. It's fine. It will sound almost exactly the same as including that low G. But if you can, it'll sound a little fuller if you do that. So G, B, D, G, 1, 2, 3, 5, or just B, D, G, 1, 2, 5. Okay, I'm going to do this version. And notice I have small hands, so I can show you what I'm... Okay, I've got my arms covered because I'm kind of cold. So I'm not trying to do it like this. I actually let my hand kind of twist this way. It's very comfortable, much more comfortable than, you know, trying to keep a stiff, rigid position. I do that, okay? Next thing, first finger on G, fourth on D. Pick up, first finger stays on G, fifth finger on E, second on C, and then go up, first finger on E, fifth finger on B. Okay, let me do that without talking. And you can slow down this ending as much as you want. Together, just like the beginning. Now, left, right, together. Left hand starts the arpeggio, right hand continues it. Then together. Right. Together. Pedal was holding from before. As usual, you're going to change on beat 1. Change. 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 Change and take your time. Make it beautiful. Change. And you're going to hold the pedal all the way until the end. I like holding it to the end. To me, when I was making this arrangement, I imagined the ending being like bells ringing in the city. And when bells ring, like church bells, you can't stop them. They just keep ringing. So it wouldn't make sense for me if I have that image in mind to change the pedal. Here's what it sounds like if I change the pedal with every chord. Which is fine. But to me it sounds more dreamlike, more romantic if I hold the pedal. Here it is just holding the pedal all the way through. Play quietly. Somebody asked me, how do you play quietly? And I'm going to make a video about that because that seems to be a pretty difficult thing to get your mind around. Even with my students, I find that we really need to work on playing quietly. So look for a video coming soon on how to play quietly. That was La Vie En Rose. Hope you enjoyed it. Keep practicing it. Remember that just because it says easy piano doesn't mean that it doesn't require practice. If you want to get good, you have to practice properly. So if you find that it's taking you longer than you think it should, step back and reassess, because it takes you however long it takes you. That's the process, and you should learn to really enjoy the process, because if you think about it, practicing piano is playing the piano, and if you like to play the piano, then it all is fun, right? or at least it should be. So let me know if you have any questions. You can keep giving me your requests, but at this point, I can't guarantee that I'll get to it in any proper length of time. I just have too many requests to get to, and also I have things that I want to do. All right, keep practicing, have fun, and I will see you soon.